Hey everybody, this is Casper Gaming coming back at you with a new video. Yeah, I'm having some medical issues. I have a UTI going on. Must have been drinking too much lemon water juice. But besides that, I'm working on new videos, like this one. Sorry I haven't been uploading much. My Social Blade was slashed by 6,000 views when I took out my villain tributes in July. I will think about re-uploading them, but I kind of also deleted my villain tributes on my iMovie, my Halloween tributes on my iMovie, so I can't re-edit them. So whatever you see on the Halloween tributes is what you see. So hopefully you all are happy with that. My new videos will be coming out soon. I'm losing weight. My scale read 265.5, but I feel lighter than that. I'm exercising more. I had to go to the Dollar Tree to get some garbage bags because I ran out of garbage bags. I was only able to get 15 because even though they were all $1, but I didn't have a little cart head carrier with me, so yeah, I walked all the way from here down to the Dollar Tree down the road. Also, been working on keeping myself healthy and drinking plenty of water, exercise, and many other things, just to keep myself busy and sane during this coronavirus time. Plus, I'm still not a big fan of Miraculous Ladybug. Yeah, that show is just awful. If you want something better to watch Tear of Grace. He's funny. He does some inappropriate jokes. He gets away with a lot of jokes that most channels don't get away with. I mean, even kid shows have been like Miraculous Ladybug is way too kid friendly. And I mean, the creator on his own has said this is just a kid show, and there are better kid shows out there that were more than just kid shows that he could do. Right, like Avatar: The Last Airbender and the terrible Legend of Korra, which I was gonna watch, but after the response I saw it get when people said it had no characters, no character development, no stories, and no rewatch value, I was like, yeah, that's why I definitely bailed on the series after the second episode. Then they kind of destroyed the Avatar cycle. Seriously, why did they write that in the script? Let's have Rava destroy the Avatar cycle. That was a stupid mistake. I wanted to see more conversation with Aang in the spirit world, but nope. Let's just destroy that. I'm still stocked up on toilet paper. I still got like 72 rolls left. 72 big rolls left in my closet. And I got the gnats gone. It wasn't me, it was someone else. I still got a couple buzzing around, but I'm trying to stay healthy as well. And I'm just gonna do a long review right now on Monster High Legends material, aka Monster High Generation 1, but not Generation 2, because that was like Star Wars canon currently, where it's all small and not massive. Because the Monster High canon in the Generation 1, or as I call it, Monster High Legends, which I include in my descriptions, and will continue to work on those descriptions throughout the month until October, was massive. It had vampire higher up, like a parliamentary system in Transylvania, which was a nice touch. I was like, wow, the Transylvania in Monster High Fright Lights and Fright's Lights in Action was actually a deeply built government, and that got destroyed, just like how the Legends community got rid of how when Disney restructured the canon, they got rid of the Dark Council and everything. But it also had like Boo York, which was really deeply involved, and most of it was run by a pharaoh and his mother. How does that not sound awesome? Sure, it's more of a Trump jab, I think. But then you had the equality. the equality reference in Monster High Ghouls Rule, which was amazing. Seriously, that movie's been referenced more during this Black Lives Matter protest than anything. I've been seeing that on I haven't looked that up on Twitter. I had to delete my Twitter because I just couldn't stand the Miraculous Ladybug community. Everyone supports the show yet and is excited for the New York series when we already have a New York superhero. His name is Spider-Man, and he's owned by Sony. And Nintendo still hates that Spider-Man 2017 cartoon, but I've actually looked at it and watched a bit of it, and it's actually gotten better. And it has a new arc in the third season with Maximum Venom, which is on hiatus because of the pandemic, but it actually looks really good. I mean, I saw the teaser for Maximum Venom. It had Captain America venomized. It had Iron Man venomized. It had the Hulk venomized. And sure, it's not as venomized as the Carnage Venom in Ultimate Spider-Man. But hey, it's still awesome seeing characters venomized. I mean, I went off subject, but it's just so weird to get shows that people criticize as being terrible when they actually are pretty good. I mean, the only time I've seen Goblin King that was actually good was in another time he bashed this Disney series was Ultimate Spider-Man. I was like, Nintendo, Ultimate Spider-Man was really good. It had good character development. It ended on a good note. It had graduation day, which was a really good episode. It also had really good villains in the lineup as Dr. Octopus was really well written and not to mention it did the whole Hydra take over way better than the MCU did. Well, no, actually that was actually really good with Winter Soldier. Loved Winter Soldier. I just love, and I'm kind of disappointed in the new Avengers game. They made it too obvious, and then when they try to sell it off as being AIM in the shadows, and the superhero band, I was like, superhero band, that's Incredibles, that's the Incredibles plot that they stole from. B, I don't know where they got one of the other plot points from. And C, it's just, and C, I kind of guessed it would have been AIM because who else can fund Taskmaster? I mean, he literally says in Ultimate Spider-Man, I am a mercenary. And he says that, and he's a mercenary in the 5th season of Avengers Assemble. How does no one put those two together? Why did they not see that before everyone started complaining about microtransactions and everything? That it's the dumbest plot ever. Also, it's glitchy and buggy. But back to Monster High Legends. I mean, it just had so much good storytelling. Monster High Legends. I mean, you had the police brutality with the Normies storyline. The Van Helscream, love that name, Helscream. Gosh, those people knew how to write before it got canceled in 2018. And the audiobooks also have a good world built, even though it just builds up to Monster High being built at the end. But hey, Lisa Harrison can write. I mean, Lisa Harrison can write good audiobooks and books. Also, my papa is in hospice care on my mom's side. Just wanted to tell you that as well on the news that's been going on for me. So I can't really buy any new audiobooks to tell you how they went or anything like that. And I'm just really sad because my papa's might pass away. Yeah. Besides that, I'm just staying busy, exercising, shaving. Just shaved this time without bleeding massively. Just shaved. I got a 5 o'clock shadow or fuzz growing. Also working on, maybe going to do a tour review once I get my caregivers back. I did get tested. I haven't got my results back. I have to wait 2 more days till I get my results back. And my mom is worried about my papa. And I'm doing my own laundry until, well, actually I might have my dad do my bed sheets and fold them, but besides that, I'm not really doing much. And I hope you all watched my other videos, my vlogs, and which I took them down, but they weren't getting many views. My Social Blade must have been responsible for that because I'm a D now with 0 money, but that's because I took down all my villain tributes, and that's what caused them. That was where my massive 6,000 views came from, and that's why I'm down to 4,000 already. Which I am thinking about re-uploading and making another villains tribute. Hopefully, you all are excited for that, and that'll be in the next upload. Another villain tribute. Make it copyright claimed, but you guys may not be able to listen to it miniaturized, but you can still watch it. Yes, I still like the current Star Wars canon. It's not the best, but it's not as massive as Legends, but hey, I like Legends too, and I'm definitely getting some of the Old Republic movie audiobooks as well. And I would once I say get back to work, I am planning to get some old consoles and play some of the old Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic 2 and SWTOR. Yeah. And I am planning to go to a Warhammer store and buy some Abaddon the Despoiler figure or something else I can paint as a hobby. I plan to get some tabletop of Warhammer. I have the game, but it's really hard getting past this one level where all the orcs are swarming you and they got the explosive creatures. But I do love Warhammer. I actually might link in this at the end of this video a Warhammer video of Abaddon the Despoiler or one of the other, or an audiobook of Fall Acadia or something, because I love Warhammer, and the best book is the Horus Heresy. And I did some research, and I watched a video on the factions in the game. And boy, there are a lot of good factions, including the orcs, which are awesome. 15 men on a dead man's husk, drifting in a barrel of a gun, crouching up to draw. Man, they are just so terrifying. And that war horn you hear when their ship's coming, even though you're not supposed to hear anything in space, but hey, it's Warhammer space, so space is different. The orcs are so awesome. That and the lore and the 56 books I gotta add to my want-to-read list of the Horus Heresy is gonna be awesome. 56 12-hour-long books about Horus's heresy. 56 books. And more coming. And also I have my emotions journal. I write down every date, that way I can remember it. And how I'm doing. But, yep, I'm staying healthy, besides the UTI, and I'm doing everything I can to keep myself sane. I got all my action figures and Monster High dolls. This one's my favorite. Frankie. And I don't want YouTube to claim this. I don't swear, but just because I have toys, which I have a whole box of. Yes, they were out everywhere, but now they're in a box. Just because I have a box of these does not mean it's a kid's channel. I don't know if it was my fault that I claimed that one toy review as for kids, but none of my videos are for kids. I don't swear, and I might include some swearing clips from Yahtzee Croshaw, and my songs of Unwanted House Guests may include some F-bombs or some words, or the other word that means poop. But I do not swear. Nor do I care about being demonetized. But I don't swear. But I'm working hard on keeping my videos as sane and clean and everything else as I can. And if that means I gotta make more videos, so be it. But if that means I get no more support from my audience because of some reason, if my social blade's too low or I haven't been uploading much, But tell me in the comments below why you haven't been getting many views, and maybe I'll respond, and hopefully I can get back to uploading more. Which I do plan to upload way more. I've been binge watching The Simpsons, and I will get back to watching King of the Hill. I have to skip over some scenes for purposes of my journal. So the baseball scene in the first pilot, I got to write down all the episodes in my first King of the Hill journal. Composition journal. I have to write down the first 3 seasons of episodes that I have written down from the My Episodes list on my Hulu. And then I got to write down the rest of the seasons in multiple more journals, which will be like about 5 to 6 journals, I think. Then I got to get my whiteout back in my mom's, but just so I can erase escapes or. And I don't think the YouTube will censor the word beer, because I've seen beer uploaders. I do not promote. If you look at my videos, I promote reviewers and stuff like that, like JoJo's Cider and Reviews, which I'll link up here at about 6:15 seconds on my 16 minutes 15 seconds on my on this video. He does, and I did see when I was putting in an iCard. Chugging, I do not promote that. I promote responsible drinking. That's why I'm only going to show off my drinks and not chug them or do it on camera. I'm not a mukbanger. I don't eat food for entertainment purposes. Nor do I show it off, and nor do I have any drama. So I'm not like Nicocado Avocado, and I don't show off my food for ASMR or anything like that. I just show off my food once, edit it into a 5-minute video along with the food that I created a couple hours earlier for Halloween, and that's it. That's the best you're going to get for food. Just making sure everyone understands that. Still controlling the comments, so no bots, no singles bots, no inappropriate comments about my past. No inappropriate comments at all, like I got from my Narcos and Narcos Mexico review, which I don't know if they cancel that series or if they're not going to make a 3rd season, because that would be awesome if Netflix made a 3rd season of Narcos Mexico, because I want to see where El Chapo's story goes. I already watched the El Chapo series, which has the best double gunfight in two seasons. Season 2, episode 4, with the Gulf Cartel and Chapo's gang, and then the one where the Marines get involved at season 3. Oh my gosh, that series is so good. I know it's meant to be a historical series, but how can you take it seriously when it has 2 massive gunfights like it's taking place in the Once Upon a Time in Mexico universe? Another great movie. Sure, it's not about the real Mexican drug trade in Once Upon a Time in Mexico, but it is amazingly funny and awesome. I watched that movie. I had the DVD, but I have to buy another double pack because I lost the DVD at a library. I think it was at the Northeast Library. Hopefully they haven't lost it or it's still in the computer. But I love that movie. It was funny. It was violent. It had the best Day of the Dead scene, which I hope you all still watch my Day of the Dead tributes. Had the best Day of the Dead scene, gunfight, and it had the best scene of action and of good storytelling. I mean, it's Robert Rodriguez at his finest. That, and I just love stories on Mexican shows like Narcos and Narcos Mexico and El Chapo and El Señor del Celios and El Cartel 1 and 2 that have gunfights, even though El Cartel and El Señor del Celios are all telenovelas, but those other 2, Narcos Mexico and El Chapo, are all cinematic like TV series. Really worth watching. I watched it. I also tried watching all those series, and they're in the original languages and with audio descriptions. But I don't watch auto descriptions because A, I'm not blind, and no offense to the blind people, but A, I'm not blind, and B, it just makes it easier. And I still haven't figured a way to add subtitles that are translated into other languages. But I will translate my descriptions into other languages, which is what I do for my videos. And I'm wearing a nice shirt today. It's a blue. I would wear it to a dress shirt, but the one thing I'm planning to save up, work hard for, is to dress up like Hammerhead for Halloween, or just to go to an Italian restaurant. Because I love Hammerhead. Either it's John DiMaggio, Jim Cummings, or even Nikki Blair and the late John Polito. Why does everyone not like that one from Ultimate? Why does everyone hate Ultimate Spider-Man? I mean, it had the late John Polito doing a mixture of a regular Hammerhead voice acting performance with Joe Pesci in it. I mean, I could hear a bit of Joe Pesci in John Polito, the late John Polito. I mean, how did they even cast? Why has no one noticed that? In Ultimate Spider-Man, they cast John Polito, the only Italian actor in Spider-Man, in a Spider-Man thing that was made by Disney. I mean, how? I mean, I still want to see him on a series, on a movie or something, on a Spider-Man movie. I mean, seeing Hammerhead would be awesome because A, he's a mobster, B, he's with the Magia, and C, thanks to Keith Silverstein, love him. I actually talked to him on Twitter, big friend of him. Yeah, Keith Silverstein, he's done way better work than Hawkmoth. I hate to say that to fans, but Hawkmoth is terribly written. Terribly written. I mean, the scripts in Naruto in the season with Kimimaro were better. I mean, he felt more enraged as Kimimaro and more frustrated in his role as Kimimaro and Hishuka. I have no idea how to pronounce that name. I mean, he felt so much more alive in that. Same with Cristina V and even Bryce Papenbrook. Bryce Papenbrook cannot act in anything. Kid, I watched him in Violetta for a couple episodes. Bryce Papenbrook, no offense to him, but he cannot act in anything that is clean. Violetta, his acting was so poor. I was like, did they really cast this guy? He's a voice actor, but he cannot act. I mean, that's why I deleted my entire Twitter account, because Pascal, what's his name on Twitter, doesn't understand any good media. He must be young, but still, he doesn't understand any good media. 2, I just don't seem to have a fan base that understands the show. And 3, I've been watching rants for about a couple weeks, and I understand what they're talking about. The show used to be beautiful with its 2D animation, but now it's just terrible. The Rule 34 is amazing, though. That means like the inappropriate pictures, but I won't go into too much detail. Yeah, I don't want to get this age restricted, but the pictures are good. Fans are really good at the Rule 34, but anything else the fans do is just awful. And why is everyone so hyped about this New York movie coming to Disney Plus? It is terrible. We already have a New York superhero. His name is Spider-Man and Spawn and others that live in New York. We don't need a stinking Chinese French girl in New York ruining New York. Sheesh. New York was already ruined. I love New York, but sheesh. It's better when it was done with Spider-Man and others than when Thomas Astuc, a French guy who gets into arguments with his fans about the fan base, calling it a girls only, it's just a kid's show, who doesn't understand anything, doesn't like his fan base. Seriously, and he screwed up the villain introduction. First episode. Oh, let's show Hawkmoth out of shadow in the first origin. All for One was introduced in shadow. Hishuka was introduced out of shadow, but he was an underling in the main Phantom Troop. Phantom Troop. Yeah, Phantom Troop. That's Hunter x Hunter. Lord Orochimaru was introduced in shadow. Or as a disguise of another person. Even... I mean, how do you botch up the villain introduction? I mean, even the Fire Lord was introduced in Shadow, and that was a kid's show. He does not understand his fan base. And I don't even like it. It's the worst show I've ever seen. Watch Cheer of Grace. His humor's better. It rolls off the tongue. He has a lot of inappropriate jokes. He references disturbing movies on occasions. He swears a lot. It's funnier than Miraculous Ladybug. Seriously, watch that if you want something entertaining. But don't watch anything made by Thomas Astuke or Jeremy Zag. I hate both of them. I was young. That show was amazing. I was like watching it around Christmas. Watch it now. Shoot me dead. Seriously, Ultimate Spider-Man had better characterization. But seriously, hopefully you all are having a good day. I hope to see you all in the next video. And just watch Tear of Grace or someone else that swears a lot in their videos, because it's way much more entertainment than anything you can find on Netflix or Tear of Grace or anything like that. Have a good day, and also can't wait to see Mulan on September 4th. Have a good day. Peace out.